Good afternoon. Today, we're going to talk about the strategic challenges facing the Walt Disney Company, specifically its entertainment segment, and why the next few years will be critical for restoring both profitability and brand strength. Disney was founded in 1923, and it's grown into one of the world's most influential entertainment companies. In the United States, its business spans well-known studios like Disney, Marvel, and Pixar, as well as direct-to-consumer platforms like Hulu and Disney Plus, and of course, its parks and resorts. Over the past decade, Disney aggressively pursued growth, especially in streaming. But by 2022, that rapid expansion came with real financial strain. Disney reported $11 billion in losses in its direct-to-consumer services alone. At the same time, Disney became deeply entangled in US cultural politics. As a result, Disney became one of the most politically polarized brands in America. These two trends collided. Heavy streaming losses hurt profitability, while political backlash damaged the brand. So our strategic question becomes, how can Disney turn around its sagging financial performance in its entertainment segment without further damaging its brand? To answer that, we need to look at the industry environment. The entertainment industry is undergoing major structural change. Economic volatility, rapid technological shifts, and evolving consumer habits are reshaping how companies like Disney generate revenue. While strong content is still valuable, producing and delivering it is more expensive than ever, especially in a crowded digital marketplace. The political environment also adds new risk. In today's polarized climate, entertainment content is scrutinized more intensely than ever. Missteps in messaging can spark backlash from one group or another, and government responses can create uncertainty around future regulations. Economically, Disney's entertainment segment is tied directly to consumers' discretionary spending. When household budgets tighten, those areas are some of the first to be cut. On top of that, declining advertising revenue from traditional TV networks further pressures their bottom line. Consumer preferences continue to shift sharply towards on-demand, mobile-friendly viewing. Younger audiences in particular expect flexible, personalized content experience, but embracing those expectations means abandoning the predictable revenue streams Disney once relied on through linear television. Technology is another double-edged sword. Streaming platforms require constant investment in cloud infrastructure, advertising tech, and original content. Innovation is no longer a competitive advantage, it's simply the cost of staying in the game. And competition in that game is intense. Rivalry among top streaming services is fierce. Switching costs for consumers is low, and top content creators and sports league hold increasing bargaining power. Meanwhile, tech giants with deep pockets, like Apple and Amazon, pose long-term threats. While barriers to entry are high, the market is already crowded and oversaturated. Ultimately, the forces shaping Disney's future profitability are clear. The slowdown of the streaming market, the decline of linear TV, intense competition from tech companies, and the challenges of operating in a politically polarized environment.
Disney has strategic challenges to address. Disney relies on its resources, capabilities, and abilities, which together create a competitive advantage for the company. Some strategic challenges Disney faces include customer retention and absorbing future customer market share, competitors within the same industry, safeguarding intellectual property, which is a major driver of profits for Disney, adapting to customer preferences and technology involving aligning content to meet customer needs, thereby maintaining Disney's reputation in the United States and abroad. This is a strategic challenge that Disney needs to address by staying reactive and consistently monitoring the environment. Firms that compete in the same industry as Disney, as well as Disney, need to adapt in terms of their resources, products, and technology platforms. They need to be ready to deliver on demand what customers expect. Also, with advances in technology, Disney aims to remain dynamic and offer content across the devices customers use to view its digital content. Disney relies on its internal capabilities and resources to address its strategic challenges. These in turn create their competitive advantage in an industry that is now evolving into a very saturated market. Disney relies heavily on its intellectual property, including its stories, characters, and franchises. They invest substantial resources in technology to protect their intellectual property from unauthorized individuals who may profit from illegally downloading and distributing it at a lower cost than Disney, thereby affecting Disney's profits and market share. Disney is dynamic in that it offers many ways for its content to reach its customers. These include the direct-to-consumer platform Disney Plus, which utilizes a subscription-based model that lets customers personalize their viewing experiences through various bundling options. Disney Plus, now offering Hulu and ESPN, is the flagship of Disney's entertainment segment. To expand its reach among customer segments, Disney owns and operates several cable television networks and partially owns two others. Disney also has contracts established with various MVPDs. Disney seeks various ways to reach customers at various segments of the business cycle, which supports a competitive advantage and thus profits. Disney relies on its reputation as an entertainment powerhouse to enter new and emerging markets. In 2024, Disney established a joint venture with Reliance Industries Limited to provide entertainment, sports, and media to customers in India. Expanding its entertainment product offerings to emerging markets such as India creates a first-mover advantage for Disney. Disney already competes in saturated markets in the United States and needs to enter emerging markets early to gain a competitive advantage and secure a large share of the customer market before its rivals do. Disney carefully times the release of its theatrical films and episodic digital streaming content, aiming to deliver content that meets customer preferences. Disney has received recent backlash over few past release films, leading to heavy criticism on social media. In Disney's 10K filing, it was noted that releasing content aligned with customer preference is significant for its reputation and profits. Disney dedicates significant resources to developing its human capital and nurturing an internal succession pipeline of employees with the knowledge and skills to take on key strategic leadership positions. Disney offers attractive benefits and resources for its employees. Disney's investment in its human capital provides an intangible asset in the form of highly trained, motivated, and skilled employees.
Hello everyone, I am Cody Wyman and I'll be doing the first part of the alternative strategies, the premium differentiation flywheel. This is the core idea to treat membership bundle itself as a product, a unified offering that includes Disney, Hulu Plus, ESPN, and all the parks and etc. The key elements include a single Disney ID and data layer that utilizes customers across platforms, a disciplined theoretical to streaming window strategy that optimizes cash flow from each title and gives members earlier and enhanced access. The franchise focus on this part is concentrating investments on lower and higher premiums, titles that can monetize across streaming services, parks, merchandise, etc. The coordination, release calendar across firms, streaming parks, and retail maximizes synergy and marketing efficiency. The goal is to create this flywheel, so to speak, membership benefits to increase perceived value, which reduce churn and better retain, and cross-sellings raise average revenue per year. And that is the idea behind this one. Next, we'll look at the pros and cons. So the pros and cons for this strategy A, the differentiation strategy. The pros are higher average revenue per user via the bundle value, like lower churn with the added benefits, cross-unit synergies with the marketing, windowing, and all the experience that it comes with. When you bundle everything, it tends to benefit a lot of group of people. It also amplifies the advantages that are hard to replicate. But some of the cons can be the execution complexity, the capital intensity for identifying data integration. It's probably hard to integrate all these different departments and so forth. But brand controversy spillover across ecosystems, like ESPN was not originally part of Disney until they acquired it, so some users may have a feeling toward that. And privacy bundling scrutiny, especially for the families. They may not want one or the other. But that is the gist of this strategy. Thank you.
For our alternative, Strategy B, it's structural cost leadership and entertainment. Strategy B focuses on cost leadership, cash flow resilience, and margin preservation through portfolio simplification and scaling of advertising video on demand. The company should consider divesting legacy linear assets while reallocating resources to ad tech, data infrastructure, and direct-to-consumer priorities. Streaming should prioritize advertising video on demand, scale, and low churn, with disciplined greenlighting for original content through licensing and co-productions. Opportunistic third-party licensing could be pursued when it offers better value than internal retention. A make versus buy analysis suggests that Disney should only create products that define core franchises, while mid-tier or regional content should be co-produced with external partners. The strategy emphasizes lowering the fixed cost and stabilizing cash burns. In the BCG matrix, legacy networks are mature units suitable for divestment, while direct-to-consumer streaming could be a star if unit economics improve. Experiences are strong assets that can generate revenue for high return investments, and rationalizing resource allocations will enhance cost leadership and cash flow. So pros and cons to Strategy B. Strategy B offers benefits like a quicker improvement in the direct-to-consumer unit economics via ad-supported monetization, stronger free cash flow through divestitures and reduced content intensity, and risk management through partnerships and licensing. However, key trade-offs include potential dilution of differentiation from reduced exclusive content, loss of long-term strategic options if legacy assets are overly monetized, and increased supplier dependence on powerful external partners, which can compress margins. The team's recommendation and operating model, we're recommending Strategy A as a primary path to a durable advantage. And we're moving forward with this strategy because it focuses on premium differentiation that will require careful cost management and discipline. This recommendation is based on Disney's unique resources, including its rich intellectual property, global experiences in parks and cruises, and a strong brand equity among both family and general entertainment audiences. Strategy A aims to leverage these valuable resources to create a cohesive ecosystem which increases the average revenue per user and fosters loyalty across the business units. It also seeks to maximize cash returns per title through strategic release practices and synchronized brand experiences. While the alternate strategy B could provide more immediate cost relief, competing on cost in a streaming market is challenging and against well-funded competitors with similar scales and lower third-party content expenses. Disney's lasting advantage lies in its immersive consumer experiences and IP, which have significant potential to extend well beyond the screen. Next, we're going to talk about key risk and mitigation steps. The first risk is the complexity and cost of unifying identities, providing membership benefits, and synchronizing experiences. We can manage this gradually by rolling out through a membership program, setting strict investment goals, and testing benefits through the pilot programs before expanding. The second risk is negative reactions to our brand or content, which could affect sales and park attendance. We can address this by maintaining a balanced content mix, conducting pre-release tests, and clearly defining our brand for family versus general audiences. The third risk involves data privacy and following regulations, especially for children's content. While we should design privacy features from the start, offer strong parental controls, and have local compliance teams integrated into our process. Finally, the membership may lack value due to inadequate benefits. We can address this by focusing on clear financial value, offering exclusive experiences, and continually improving through our benefits and pricing. So our conclusion is that strategy A, as laid out here, best aligns with Disney's distinctive resources, endowments, and can offer the most direct path to a durable competitive advantage by making the full integrated Disney experience product. By evaluating the differentiation through membership-led ecosystem integration, windowing, discipline, and cross-channel experiences, Disney can increase its ARPU and lower churn while still boosting creative return on investments. We're hoping that this will position Disney to successfully navigate the industry's upcoming transitions while continuing to reinforce the attributes that the competitors can least imitate: the depth, breadth, and emotional power of the Disney experience.